Live.
Oh, we're actually live. Wow. I would have 100% bought that gun back.
I was about to wheel and deal with you, and then we were live. So sorry, I guess I'm keeping it. We'll figure this conversation out later. How do I loosen this cheek strap? It's a little tight.
In the back.
Jiggin's got a full-blown helmet on, talking about rifles.
I feel like it's only right on this set, you know? You
It
really
feels
got to
good.
get prepared.
It feels right.
That's actually just a bump helmet, by the way. That's just plastic.
Yeah, that's
not the real deal.
No, that one's just made for like
paintball version.
No,
made for nods.
they only wear that like when they jump out of planes. When you jump out of planes, so you don't smash your head on the.
Gotcha.
It's not meant for like getting shot at. I do have a kind of a funny story with some SEALs, and he actually looked like Charles, who's a redheaded guy. He was an LT, and so no one could tell him anything. And he went out when we got in one of our biggest firefights. That son of wearing a bump helmet.
nice.
True facts. True state.
And somebody told him after the day?
No, he knew he was wearing a bump helmet.
Oh, he did.
He was just doing it just because he didn't feel like having the extra weight on his head. He's like, nothing's going to happen. Then we ended up stuck out there for 6 hours.
Oh, so this was, it wasn't like, oh, I'm going into battle right now.
No, he's like, we're stuck out here. No, literally, the helmet was pointless.
That's not great.
Those helmets, the real ones, they actually do stop bullets fairly well.
Well,
anyway, they'll give you a concussion or something.
Some of you might be wondering why we're in the Speak the Truth room right now on a GooganCast, and that is because we're actually filming another video here at Rob's house. We're doing a full tour.
Full tour and a kind of a steak versus steak.
Rob's
Dude, that steak's
whining
gonna be
us,
good.
dining us,
Especially
doing all
how
that.
long we've let it sit.
It's been sitting for a long time. It's actually going to be really good now. It really will.
I know. We've been doing.
Betsy.
We're doing
Dude,
this.
you know what we
while
should
that
do this
steak's
week? We should
marinating.
go cow hunting.
dude, I'm down.
Because I've been wanting to
Where?
go cow hunting. I've been wanting to go
Cow?
really bad.
Coyote.
I've been wanting to go.
Cow hunting.
real fast, like Texan, like cow.
Cow. I've been wanting to go cow hunting because I haven't been this year, and it's spring. And guess what they do in the spring? They mate.
Oh,
You can
let's
just hit
do it.
that cow call, that in distress.
Cow call.
Woo!
You know, funny story.
Like
the only
those-
time I had a shot at a coyote was with that gun that you own.
Oh, nice.
That was with me, right?
Yeah, I was with you,
Yeah.
and I had my crosshairs, and I went. I didn't have it fully.
Oh no.
You didn't have one chambered.
No, it was chambered, but it wasn't fully set.
seated.
So speaking about that, we were filming another video today, and they have in Texas, all you Texans, you probably know this, outside of Walmart and Dick's and everywhere, it's like it's like
Really close to the way it sounds.
it's
something-
genuinely like a coyote call.
It's like constant attack.
And
Yeah.
that got me thinking, they do have some pretty legit coyote calls over there at the Field and Streams.
That is.
But you
to,
might already have one.
No, I've got a pretty good one.
Scare away birds.
Yeah, it's so birds don't shit on your cars.
Yeah, but I wonder if there's ever been a coyote run up and be like, yo, where is he at?
Yeah, maybe.
Probably.
I'm sure urban
Yeah.
coyotes happen all the time.
I'm sure.
I
Urban.
don't ever really thought about that.
We
That
just
wasn't-
take our bows out to Walmart.
Oh,
That's cool.
That's a video.
Urban.
That's a view video.
oh my gosh! Here we go.
Hasn't been done. Has Flair done that?
Probably.
Flair's probably done it. He
He's
eats
probably-
roadkill,
he's probably-
for God's sakes.
Flair missed his flight, wasn't he? Was supposed to be here.
No,
Flair-
he didn't
yeah.
miss his flight. His flight was canceled.
Yeah.
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 There's been a whole debacle in Texas right
Which I
now.
don't even know why his flight got canceled.
I mean, would you want to fly out of Nebraska if you were a pilot?
Dude.
Actually,
is there-
yes,
yeah.
I would.
What are
want
you
to fly
talking
out.
about? Who wants to say
Yeah,
that?
let's
Right?
get out of there.
There's probably only like 2 flights a week out of there
Yeah,
where
probably
he
so,
lives,
maybe.
you know?
Yeah, he lives in the middle of like
Middle of nowhere.
You got a camel, for God's sakes.
Dude, talking about that, we did a Googan week over there, and we were driving down the dirt road behind him and behind someone else, and the dust was coming through the vent
could
in our
see it?
car.
Yeah,
it was
that
like
was sad.
Nasty.
horrible.
Yeah, Flair lives that life.
Yeah. Speaking of
That's it.
Flair and his camel, someone sent us a report about a camel that escaped in
Beating people
Tennessee.
up, knocking people out.
Bit that guy's head and threw him.
Yeah,
Literally, because
Dude,
he was.
camels
He's
are
trying to
scary.
mate.
dude.
That's like you before you got neutered.
Yeah, I was all
man.
crazy.
So
I got neutered.
supposedly there's this cool video. Could
Yeah,
we show
more
it right
chill.
now?
Yeah,
Not
can we-
to them, but like to
Yeah.
us, and we'll just get a good reaction.
Which
of me
one,
and
the
Brandon.
camel or me on the
no.
operating table?
You
The
have a
operating
video
table.
of
Yes.
your.
I had to film my last moments as like a
Well, let's
Really?
see it.
man.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
You don't want to see his testes?
Wait, you filmed downwards,
I
or
heard
you had
you-
a tripod set up?
You guys want to look at it
Might
right
as
now?
well. I heard
tell
that
you.
there's been a few people that have seen
I've
it.
seen
Wow.
his
Is
testes.
this a reaction video?
Yeah.
You've seen my testes.
I've seen his
tight
testes.
group here.
So
Tight
he,
group.
here.
yeah, Rackley's got a good set of testes, or
mean,
did I guess?
Or did.
I don't know if anymore.
I did.
Yeah,
Let's see.
Stephanie's already been filled twice, so she's
Now they're
done.
just like
Oh.
ornaments, though, right? They're still
I
there.
don't know, they're
Did you
there.
just say filled twice?
It's true.
Oh,
man.
Come on,
man.
man.
That's kind of a weird way to put it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. That's another time I was in the hospital.
He's like, that's the wrong video, but
Oh shit, that's the wrong one.
man.
Yeah.
I wish Cam would tell us the story. Actually, no, I'm not gonna go there.
I know it was right before
Actually, I got a story
got
that I've always
this
wanted
tear.
Cam to tell the public about him in a tire shop. Like that one literally makes me want. I've cried
In the
like,
what?
tire shop. Like we got to give Cam. Can I just give you this mic? Can you tell them your story about the tire shop, please? It is in one of the
Here you go, Cam.
Oh
like
boy.
when I mean one of the most funny. Like you got to picture yourself
This is giving me a way out.
in Cam.
Hey, well, Cam has full control if he wants to
No,
edit
Cam.
this out.
It's not bad. It's not a bad story. All right, so here you go. So can we see Cam at some point? Yeah, here we go. So
I
Cam,
feel like I've kind of heard this, but I don't
It's at the-
fully remember. Okay. Oh, this
one,
must be
I-
juicy.
I love this story. It's not like sexual in any way. It's just you got to put him in your shoe. Put yourself in his shoes, and just think about this moment that he was awkward.
Yeah. So
You got to talk. Get in the mic, buddy. Here we go.
Get in there.
Here we go. You got this. You got
Choke
this.
up on it.
Like a fist away.
Choke. Yeah. Fist
There it
away.
is.
Yeah.
all right. So just a little bit closer. Nice head control.
Nice.
We
Lordy. Apologize.
I had a 03 Dodge maybe like 2 years ago, and
This is, hold on, just preface this. This is back when you guys were filming.
Yeah, he told me
Yeah.
this story randomly. I almost had to pull over because I was laughing so hard. I was crying.
we so I went to this tire shop because my tire exploded, of course, and then I went inside and I was like, you know how, like tire shops normally have a waiting area that you go to.
Yeah.
So I went to this guy's place and
Just a dude.
yeah, it was a dude. But
Wait, was it a
looked-
shop?
Yeah, it was a shop. It was a
Okay,
legit
sweet.
shop.
Okay.
But
No waiting room chairs.
no, it's trust me, just wait.
Must be good.
I went in there. I said, can I get another tire on the passenger side or whatever? And then he was like, yeah. And so, like any other person, I just went to what I thought was a waiting room. And so I went in there and I was like, okay. This it was just TV playing. It was like people sitting down. So I was like, oh, maybe they're waiting too.
Oh no.
All right.
Oh no.
And then,
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
This is going.
and then out of nowhere, I see this baby crawling.
Oh no.
He's crawling towards me. And I'm like, okay, maybe somebody let their baby loose. Like maybe just somebody's letting their baby roam.
Oh, no.
And then everybody's just like staring at me. And so I'm just like the only black dude in this Mexican tire shop. And it's just like,
What is going on?
oh, I'm in this dude's house.
In his house.
I'm in this dude's house.
This is his baby
Yeah,
crawling.
and his baby is crawling towards me while he's fixing my tire.
Oh.
God.
He was in this dude's house. He said there was
Nobody
Hispanic on the TV. Like there was Spanish stuff on
Yeah,
the
I
TV.
just thought I was just waiting.
He was sat there on their couch. Imagine Cam sitting on the dude's couch.
Yeah,
and just didn't know what to do.
Oh, you stayed in there.
yeah.
Oh, that's commitment.
I thought it was a waiting room.
Whoa, so the whole time you thought it was a waiting room.
Yeah.
It wasn't
And then
a
like
waiting
towards
room.
the end, I was like,
So his wife or
weird.
something never came out and was like,
They didn't speak in
there was
English.
like
This is so
8 people
great.
in there.
what in
The
the
real
world?
tiny little tire shack.
What the crap?
Wow, dude.
You know those ones you see like in the middle of nowhere, Dallas or South Dallas, and it's just a yellow building.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
It was a
Well,
yellow building.
It was a
Yeah.
yellow building.
Dude, that is
Well, wait,
The
so
tires just stacked out in front.
Yeah,
was it a house that was a tire shop, or was it a tire shop that turned out people lived there?
No, it was now that I look back on it, it was definitely a house. It was like definitely a house that he just kind of put something on the side.
Wow, that's
He
crazy.
walked in the
is that,
front door.
is that like against zoning laws, you think? Like you just kind
Imagine
of getting
imagine
against
so.
it.
I mean, he did a damn good job on my tire.
How many people have done that, do you think, in that place?
You can't be the first.
Oh, for sure not. Sure. And
That'd be a good hidden
my
cam
thing was
operation.
Like, why is the door just unlocked?
Also, where
Just
are
go
you
on in.
supposed to wait though?
That's another question.
Like just outside, stand out there and watch the guy do it.
So we're at some point where you like, all right, there's a refrigerator here, there's a stove.
Dude, I was just in the living room. So I
Just
just
in
thought there was chairs, there was couches and stuff. I was like,
No one said hello to
And
you when you walked
did you
in.
ever discover
Everybody
there
just looked
was a
at me.
waiting room or something like that?
nope.
So
Well,
maybe
that's the
that's
thing.
how he
In
had
a-
it set up.
In a waiting room.
Here.
In a waiting room, most people aren't talking to one another. So you just mind your own business. Get on your phone.
Sit there, all awkward like.
I just.
And,
I
it,
don't
and
know,
then
I
you were in
didn't know
there
what to
for
think.
how long? An hour?
Oh, I was probably there for about 20 minutes.
Oh, 20 minutes. That fast.
That's a long time.
That's still commitment though.
I mean,
to
he's
be in
committed.
somebody's
He's
house.
stuck inside this person's house. Looking at it, he realized, oh man, it's gonna be real awkward if I just stand up and walk out now.
You should have went and
That's
got you
crazy.
some breakfast or
I
lunch.
should have walked in the kitchen.
Go in there, see what they got in the
Oh
fridge.
god.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
when
a
he,
crazy story.
when he told me that, all thing I'm gonna do is picture him walking into this place and going, "Oh God, I am in this person's house." I can just
Yeah.
feel the awkward, just cringe, just coming
I just
out.
acted like nothing even happened. I just walked back out and got in my truck.
Just cool
Drove
with
off. Yeah.
So you didn't even tell the guy.
No.
You're like, I was just in
No,
your
it's
house.
like he probably had no idea until his family told him that this man was in there.
Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Oh, that's my story.
Well, that was a good one.
Thank you for sharing with
pretty
us.
hilarious.
All right, let me
Your
see
time.
them
never know.
balls.
You never know.
Them balls, my
Never know
boy.
what you're gonna get on a Googan.
Let me see them testes, baby. I need to see what they
This
look
is a
like.
reaction to
Testy talk right here.
I don't need to look at them, but
Hang on, I gotta back it up.
There's some audio with this.
Yeah.
Oh, boys, we're about to get that snip.
Oh my gosh!
oh God, I feel so bad for him.
I'm nervous.
You watched this operation happen?
I
Hold on.
watched
Can
it.
I see the
You
phone?
watched
Wait,
the
you
whole
were
thing.
awake during this
This is my
operation?
this is it.
We got a freeze frame of the
Can
testes
we pause
here.
it?
Freeze frame of the testes.
All right, zoom in. I was thinking that it was going to be a little bit different. Like I thought everything
No.
would have like
It wa-
it
it
was
was
just
ju-
like cut a
it's-
little hole in the piece of paper.
Here's your testes, just flopped out.
So
Bonk.
they told me you need to just carry your phone in because this is going to be awkward for you to sit here and watch. So I carried my phone. I was like, well, I have my phone. I'm just going to film it. It's my last moments.
Wow.
And then I just stayed on my phone and was checking stuff out. And then like 10 minutes in, I saw a puff of smoke come up.
Uh-oh.
Just a little smoke come up. And I looked over and I said, Doc, did you just solder one of my testicles already? I said, yep, moving on to the next one.
Whoa. Pain? Any nothing?
The pain, I couldn't feel any of the operation.
Yeah.
But the initial needle into the testicle and
Into the
numbing,
actual testicle.
Oh, the numbing of the How do they numb a testicle?
mother of pearl, dude. when
Really?
they stick that needle in there and they squeeze that whatever it is, and it numbs your sack. It feels like someone has grabbed your sack and is just yanking it like this. just trying to yank it off.
Wow.
It's really hard. It's really nasty.
And what part of the needle? Where does the needle insert at?
Into the testicle?
It's not so.
How did
it's
we
not
get
like
here?
in the.
How did we get to
You
this
wanted
point?
me to show this video.
I know, but how
Rob?
do we get to talking about where the needle gets inserted?
You wanna
into
know
the
what's funny
sack?
is-
Everyone who has a sack right now is probably shriveling up.
Yeah, they're like, what the hell? I'm in my mind. I'm just seeing a needle going into a nut.
It's basically what it is.
Oh God, because the thing
It's
is,
basically
like, your
what it
sack is
is.
just there, it's a thin piece.
You
It's like-
said that was it?
So it's like right on the outside. It's I think it's called the vas deferens. Bless you.
Bless
Yeah, Rob's got a couple cats, so we're battling some cat allergies.
I think I am allergic to cats, too.
Yeah, I am
guess.
too.
Okay.
I'm a little sniffly.
God, I'm so scared right
But
now. Why
that
you're saying
is
this?
that's what happens. Yeah.
So
But
like
you don't have to worry about it. You don't have kids yet.
yeah, but just the thought. I'm like over here seeing
One
a
day.
needle.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that guy's office is like really close to here. So if you ever,
If you're
No.
you're driving by, you're like,
ever-
oh,
On a
Oh,
whim.
hey, look, I want to get my
know.
nuts chopped off today.
I've already
no,
talked
it's
to
not
Matt
something I
Kendricks.
think about.
you know,
I got a
No.
testy
Not.
story.
all right.
Okay, we're doing on testy stories.
This is where we're going.
Okay.
I was a cheerleader in high school and college, and I don't even
curious
think
now,
Tristan
after that.
knows this
I
story.
don't know where we're going here.
Tristan looks scared.
Yeah, this story actually, this would be great for our freaking pod.
Yeah.
But I'll do it since we're
Pause
talking
that.
about
Hold on, I'm going to press record button. Stop.
Since
can talk about it
LFG
again.
just showed me his freaking full testy, I figure I got to give you some testy talk here.
All right, good.
I was in high school,
Where
and
bonds are made.
If you're currently watching this podcast, please skip to 30 seconds.
look, one kid wants to show his mom the pod. Yeah, I listen to these guys all the time. They're so funny, and now he's getting testy talk, dude. So, all right,
Sorry, Mom.
I was in high school. Yeah, sorry, Timmy's mom. And I was doing toss hands with this girl. So that's where you literally take the girl, you're holding her by the hips, you guys dip, you toss her up, you catch her feet in her hand.
I've done everything except for caught her.
Attaboy. Attaboy. Nice. All right, I take a sip of that one.
So
Sorry for the table
you,
slap.
you throw the hips
Yep.
up, you catch the feet in
Now
your
she's
hands.
I understand.
now she's
I get
standing
you. I
in
get
your
it. You
hands.
said, okay,
She's
you got it.
standing up in your hands.
So
They're
what
looking.
what happened in this process is this girl wanted to try out for the team, so she needed to practice. So we dipped, and I went to toss her, and instead of her feet going up this way, one of her legs kicked back by instinct, and just
Oh, no.
under and
Oh,
just
no.
just under kicked me as hard as she could.
Oh no.
Dude, for 3 days I could not sit down,
Oh man.
and I'm just a high school
Okay,
kid.
you want to talk about testy talk? I forgot I got one too.
Oh boy,
You remember when I was in the mountains 2 years ago on an electric bike? You remember that? Oh my God.
You fell off the seat.
I
Went
had a-
straight to the.
Bow
Straight to
on
the
my
frame?
back. Holy
Must have.
I'm
really
going down
hurt.
this. Forgot about this. I thought I'd never have kids. I mean, I haven't tried, so maybe I would not be able to. But I had a bow strapped to my back. I'm on an electric bike in the mountains at very low light. You
I
can
know
hear
what
the
you're
elks.
saying.
When you're
Yep.
like, oh, I'm getting
Oh
it.
yeah.
I'm just going. I'm just ripping it.
Those
Dude,
things rip too.
I'm ripping. Log.
oh no.
Oh, this is the beginning. I hit this log and I go face first over the bike. Oh, that's a real thing. That's just the beginning of my night. Oh, so it's low light. And I'm like, that hurts so bad. I thought my bow was all I mean, I hit hard. All right, so I get back up. I lick my loons. My arm is bloody as shit. I'm like, God, my bow might be fine. It's on my back. Hop back on this. Now there's no light. Chase some elk that's bugling. Oh, that's great. Oh, fantastic. Head on down. I'm like, oh, God, tomorrow I got to do this. And it's like this, literally. Dude,
I'm worried about what we're talking about right now.
Yeah, what's going on?
I'm going down this hill, and a rock goes front of the bike. Once again, the wheel turns, jams in a rock, stops. It's pitch black. I come off the seat and just full blown 175 pounds all on my testes in the mountains. I have never been so mad. I wanted to take this bike and throw it off the cliff and walk down.
Those are scary, man. God, I'm sorry. That's.
By the way, I've never been back on one of those bikes ever since.
Well,
Yeah, they are
And
scary.
I won't.
to
I'd rather just walk.
They're like a motorcycle.
They're
Just a
fast
quiet
as like they're great. You're like, oh, I can get like 4 miles back in there. Like, well, I got to make sure I have enough battery to get back because I don't want
You
to leave
can
this
eat
bike.
it.
Yeah, I don't want to leave this bike back here. Yeah, that happened. Anyway, there's my testy talk. Smashed him.
I got
Racked.
mine continued.
racked.
After 3 days of not being able to sit, my dad was concerned. I had to get an ultrasound on my nuts in high school.
Like, son, we
By-
need to make sure them things are okay.
You had an ultrasound on
I got an
your sack.
ultrasound on my nuts. I
What
would
does that
recommend it
look
to
like?
everyone.
Really?
Let me explain.
Does it feel good?
Dude, they warm up this gel. Now, mind you,
Think about
Yours and
that.
Rackley's is totally different.
there was no smoke clouds coming from mine.
The warming sensation was a little
Let me tell
bit
you,
different.
the only thing that wasn't great about it was a grandma nurse applying and I feel like they did that on purpose because I was just a young rowdy high school man or young lad, and they applied this gel so the sonogram or the ultrasound
Doing a lot of
machine could
shifting
read.
They
movements
applied it?
right there.
They applied it?
They applied it.
Yeah, that would be hard.
No, it was.
So
You
you got
got
the warm
hard?
gel.
Nah, but it was relaxing. It was nice, dude. If you ever go through hard times in the mountains with mountain bikes or whatever, just bring some gel,
Hard times.
warm it up. Where's this podcast going, dude? Let's talk about the Ukraine, man.
I don't know. You know
I'm
what
in
I
my
read?
war helmet
Okay.
talking about testicles right now, dude.
Let's pause on the nut talk. I didn't know we were going to go there. I wanted to, since we're in here in the room of Speak the Truth, maybe talk about a little Ukraine.
Oh
action.
God, I'm sure people are excited. We go from testes to war. I love
But
it.
they clicked on this because
Never
of
know what you're
because
gonna
of
get.
the title.
well, we
which
don't know what the
is-
title is.
Might
We're
be.
totally nuts.
Testes go to war.
Testes go to war. Rackley. No, the title is Rackley's neutered.
I think we've already talked about this in 3 podcasts now, so it's like overdone.
So we're done.
But, you know,
We're done.
we've watched the full HD video and it's over.
That's a nice set,
So,
by the way, for
thank
all the
you, man.
viewers.
Thank you.
I
You know,
feel lucky
bro.
for you. Your
I-
wife has got to be happy.
I
She
cleaned
looks
up a
down
little
there.
bit,
She's
you
like,
know,
"Yeah, that's
Oh, you
good."
did clean them up.
yeah, no, I was polite.
It's nice, man.
So anyway, I have a
Lucky
lot of
step.
questions about
All right,
Ukraine.
that's it.
Okay, so you've been deeply researching the Ukraine business.
I've been nuts deep in Ukraine.
You've been nuts
There
deep,
you go.
literally.
You like that bun?
So, you know, I just have questions. I think everybody has questions.
Any question, I promise you, I most likely have the answer to it. Unfortunately, I spend way too much time right here. I've been in this room. I got up. I was here at 5:45 this morning, sitting in this spot. I haven't even finished research for this one video I've been doing. NATO versus
It's just
Russia.
ongoing every day. There's something new every day. I think that's
but
what's so
I've been
intriguing.
I've been working on NATO versus Russia as of right now, as in like going and literally breaking down the
Like
everything.
war gaming, what
Yes.
would happen?
all the way down. Yes,
Ah,
that's that's what I've been working on all day.
so
It's-
speaking to that, what do you got on the alliance? Like China, Russia.
frenemy,
You think they're frenemies?
100%. Yeah.
Okay. You don't think they're true allies?
They're only frenemies due to the fact that they both hate the West. That's it. They have
Okay.
no other ties together. They have no reason to love each other or like each other. It's the same thing with Iran. Iran doesn't like Russia. Iran doesn't really like China. Iran's Iran. That's it.
Okay.
They're all frenemies.
So you don't think they're just all getting together right now, wargaming? Like,
No.
how could we even?
No.
Maybe.
I know that he held off the invasion of Ukraine till after the Olympics. I do know that is a factual thing that has came out for sure.
China did.
China, no. Well,
China
China
held off.
asked them. No, China asked them to hold off the invasion of Ukraine to go after the Olympics.
But the Special Olympics are still going on.
Well, what I meant is the start of the Olympics.
Okay.
They're frenemies. They're about as frenemies
Okay.
as you can get. Literally, that's it. They fist bump. They ask each other for some help. They don't like America or literally anybody in the West. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I heard a story they were asking for. Russia was asking China for some like MRE type things because
Money?
they have expired.
Oh God.
They have like really old MRE. They basically have like a bunch of junk out there in the field. Is that accurate? They not.
That's
Sounds
what I heard.
accurate. Yeah. Nice, man.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, they've asked
Like
for a lot of
old
stuff.
stuff from the 80s,
Food,
90s.
ammo. Not really so much ammo, but more or less financial support and drones.
Drones.
Which drones yeah.
I got DJI Mav 2 in the truck.
Hey, they use those a lot.
What
Really?
would
Yeah,
happen
they do.
if you went to Poland right now and fly a drone? Like, if
How
you
many
just-
likes does this video have to get?
for Rob to fly to Poland and fly a drone in?
I mean,
and do
I-
special reporting.
I would think about doing. I can go to Poland. That's
10
not that difficult.
10
I just don't
20
really
But
want to get
just
into
right
Ukraine.
there in the
Rob's like, one like, I'll do it.
One like I'm going to
Fine.
Ukraine.
Rob's ready to
Fine,
go.
I'll do
Don't
it.
even bother.
Whatever.
I don't. You wouldn't see anything anyway. Nothing's happening on that side of the country.
Okay,
Not
so we
yet,
wouldn't
at
see
least.
much action over there. I want to know what's going on with these labs because you keep hearing this lab talk. Oh, they got labs. Oh, they're making weapons. No, it's just a bio lab. They're making popsicles. What's going on?
I haven't even heard a single thing about labs because I don't listen to whatever mainstream. I don't
Dude,
listen.
this
to
is
any of it.
on a lot. It's
I don't
it's
even
all
listen.
over.
To it. You know who's a puppet, by the way, is Tucker Carlson. I don't care what anybody
I
says.
don't even listen to Tucker, but
That
what's going
guy
on
is
with
an
him?
absolute puppet. The things that he says are so asinine sometimes. You're like, what the are you saying?
To who? He's puppeting for who?
What's that?
Who's he puppeting
I don't know.
for?
To be honest with you, I think the guy just does it to get views and piss people off. I don't even listen to him. He does a really good job
He's
of
like a
getting views.
YouTuber, you mean?
So would
Yeah,
you
I
say
do.
he's not speaking the truth?
Definitely not, no.
So he's clickbaiting.
That's
these
the
people.
thing is who
100%,
knows the
yeah.
truth right now. It's so
Nobody really.
crazy.
It's very hard.
But if you look at what he's talking about, sometimes like he was coming out like kind of in like for Russia and like all this thing. The guy is literally just doing it to stir the pot with people. Him by himself, legitimately gets like 2 million views every single night. He does like 4x, 5x what CNN does an entire day. So the guy is literally doing it to troll and to get views. That's all he's doing. That's all it is.
And
I think the
so you're
average.
saying he's smarter than what he leads on.
Yes, 100%. But I mean, like the stuff that he's doing is just like any of the YouTubers. They're just doing it to get clicks and views. You go look at what he talks about. It's like the most controversial stuff, and he usually takes the side of the controversial side where people.
So that would make sense being on Fox.
Yeah, he's fairly smart. Yeah,
against the grain.
He's fairly smart. Like a lot of people don't even look at it like that.
Okay.
The guy.
That's actually a new perspective I have not heard.
He's a genius about what he does. He's like Logan Paul and Jake Paul. They go against the grain on everything. They get all the views. Look at him. Everybody hates Tucker Carlson. They hate him, but guess what he does? They all watch him. They talk about him. Guess what he does? He makes an absolute load of money for Fox and himself.
For Fox, yeah. Okay, that's a new perspective. I like that.
Do you know who that is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too, for sure.
It's just a random guy. That talks every single
I
day.
generally don't. I don't watch the news.
Well, he's just a guy on the news. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, it doesn't really matter. But Tucker Carlson is a smart individual. He's a marketing genius.
Is this the guy? He's got like this swerve.
He has the swoop.
Yeah,
he has the
so
southern
I do know.
swoop.
Everybody knows who he
Tie
is.
Or the bow tie or
Yeah,
something.
He talks literally like, well, tonight. And then he's like, oh, blah, blah. He goes on for like 45 minutes and then he's done.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's Ukraine talk. What else you want to know? I'll tell you literally anything. How long is he going to last for?
That stuff
Man,
stressed me
look
out.
at this. He still has muscles even after having his nuts chopped off.
Man, well, it actually doesn't. You know what? We're not going to talk about it. So, what was another question I had about? So, how much do you think of the stuff that we're seeing on the news is like just propaganda?
Like, I don't know. It depends on what you're talking about.
Like just mainstream news you see.
Well, they don't. So a lot of things they just push the stuff that they see, and a lot of stuff that they see is not even like 100% exactly what's going on because they'll like
they're doing YouTube action.
Yes, they'll post a video of like for instance, they've been posting the same over the last 24 hours, the same video and photos of this apartment building on fire. The same one.
With a different story?
Yes, with over and over. It's the same apartment building inside of the outside of Kiev. It's the same thing over and over again. When in fact, I do know that 9 people were killed and 9 people were hurt inside of that apartment building, but they'll play it over and over again and push another story attached to it because it looks so bad. Yes.
Because it's like that
selling
viral thumbnail.
right now.
That's all
Yes,
it is. They'll take a thumbnail and they'll just roll with it over. And
So
over
okay, I got a
and
question.
over
This
again.
isn't necessarily a question, but I've heard some talk that a lot of this is fake. A lot of this, well, just hear me out real fast. I know that it's real, but
That's
a
what
lot
we're here to debunk
a lot
today.
of the stuff going on is like all the videos like that it's being posted is from like 10 years ago and stuff like that. And I never fed into that, but I saw one that you posted where a guy was standing in a building and the tank shot the building, and then he kind of panned lower and it looked, maybe it's just a different country and maybe they live a little bit differently, but
nothing in it.
yeah, nothing in it.
They live way differently.
It looked abandoned.
It was. And
So-
I noticed that as well.
So I was like,
It's also urban fighting, so a lot of
Yeah.
those people have actually already moved out of there, so there's
Oh,
nothing
okay.
in there. So they're
Yeah.
actually just going. I would assume that tank shot at him because he had recently engaged, or somebody had engaged him from that area, and he just
okay.
was sending a tank round in there because.
Cool.
So yeah, no, when you fight urban, there's a lot of times there's nothing in there. There might be a random desk, or
Yeah.
there might be a chair.
yeah, that stuck out in my mind. I was like,
No, a lot of this is real. So
I've seen that too. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
People saying like, there's people posting videos from Ukraine that are
Yeah.
like, there's just birds chirping. They're like,
Yeah.
no, nothing's going on here.
You know,
Depends on what side of the country you're on.
I will say there's a lot of terrible stuff going
That's
on,
true.
but
That's
there
true.
is a slight bit of comedy happening as well.
Yeah, Russia's getting their teeth kicked. out.
Well, I was going to talk about the farmers.
Oh, the farmers are hilarious.
The farmers are
What?
doing great things
Okay,
for
by
their
the way,
country.
just so you guys know, on Wikipedia, if you look up, the farmers in Ukraine are like the 5th largest, quote unquote, country right now to have the most APCs. Because somebody actually
Wow.
adjusted it to where the farmers in Ukraine have the most APCs because
They're-
they keep stealing them from the Russians.
They're hooking up chains to these
Yeah,
tanks
it's
that have been
hilarious.
abandoned, and they're just dragging them with their tractors back
No
to their
way.
farms.
yeah, they
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Somebody
And-
found a
I've not
tour
seen
system in the middle of the woods.
Isn't that
Like
the-
$11 million, just chilling in the woods
Yeah.
all by itself. It was still fully loaded, just chilling there. They found howitzers just all by itself.
So they're not
There's-
guarding their gear too well.
No, it's not that. They're
They're
just
running out of-
They run out of fuel. They run out of supplies. They don't really have the will to fight. They just literally back up and leave. They'll leave it there for no reason. They'll just leave it. And I don't really understand why they're not destroying the equipment before they leave.
Have you seen where they
why.
fill the tank back up with fuel and then just turn it on and start driving around just laughing like
Dude,
crazy?
that is insane.
Yeah, it's like
been
it's just out
happening
of fuel. They don't have fuel,
You know
but the
this?
Ukraine people have fuel.
Well, I've heard the mud is actually a real problem.
Yeah, mud.
Like-
So they decided to invade, which is they decided to invade during one of the wettest times of the year. So it's snowy and rainy.
It's just gross.
It's just gross. So these vehicles, I guess
They get
they
stuck.
have tracks on them. That's great, but they also weigh. You
Yeah.
go through a muddy field. Guess what happens to your truck? Imagine it being 10 times as heavy.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Yeah.
sink. That's exactly what happens. You know how many of these things I've seen these convoys? They try to like go off road. Like they have to stay on these hardball roads. That's what they're called, hardball road. They have to stay on the hardball road, and they have to because the thing is the tanks and these
Ones
vehicles
get
that
stuck.
well they have tracks on them, and they have to pivot when they steer. So if they pivot in soft dirt, they'll throw track.
Nasty.
So
yeah.
track will literally come off and they won't be usable anymore. They literally have to take it down, re-brake the track, put it back on, and it takes hours. Hours. So they have to stay on a hardball road. So if they're driving on soft road and they pivot, they'll throw track, and now that entire convoy is stuck behind a vehicle that can't move.
I got a question for you. This is more just like outsiders seeing what's going on. Everybody is supplying the Ukraine with like
Oh yeah.
a lot of
Good
weapon
stuff.
systems to really put them in the position where they are like really kicking ass. It's a problem if NATO gets involved, right? Because that's World War III, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why is it no different if all of the NATO countries are sending all their supplies to do the same
It's a
thing?
proxy war. It's the same thing that happened in
That's a
Syria.
good question.
It's the same thing that happened in Afghanistan in the 80s. It's a proxy war.
But it just
We'll do the
seems
same
like
thing in Iraq.
it's like
too.
if Tristan is NATO and I'm Ukraine and he's like, hey man, hit him with the right hook and I hit you with the right hook. You know, he's
That's just the
helping me. You
rules.
know what I'm
That's
saying?
the
It's kind of
rules,
weird.
yeah.
But if he hits you with the right hook, now
Doesn't
it's World War
matter.
III.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
I don't know. I mean, that's just the way it's been for the last 70 years.
That's the
Proxy
rules of
wars.
engagement, I
Yeah.
guess you could call it.
It's exactly what it is.
We were chirping it up a little bit before the pod, and Rackley brought up a pretty scary thing that was going on with some like chemical warfare, and we were talking about urban environments and stuff like that. What do you think about that?
Chemical warfare.
Yeah, because they're talking about
urban
them. They're talking
environments.
about those Russians getting those chemical weapons out right
What do you
now.
think, Roberto?
That's the talk.
The only reason why they bring the chemical weapons out is because they are getting their teeth kicked in the urban environment. And the reason for that being is because they have no actual experience fighting in urban environment. Last time the Russians fought in an actual war, a lot of people are going to say back in Chechnya in 2000 or whatever it was. But the thing is, when they fought there, they pretty much just decimated the entire city. They didn't actually do any real fighting there. Last time they fought in an actual war was in the 80s. It was pretty much a proxy war against us. So it actually wasn't an urban environment. Afghanistan is not urban at all. So they're fighting in the middle of
Gotcha.
nowhere. So
Okay,
when it comes to urban environments and fighting and actually
Struggling.
maneuvering through a city, they're struggling to push through because you take such high casualties when you're going against a defensive position as an offensive unit, and they're not going to be able to do it. They're going to sustain way more casualties. They've already
Coming
taken
up on hidden.
Yeah, they have no
everybody's
idea.
hidden,
Yeah,
dug
they-
in.
And the thing is with the chemical warfare,
Yeah.
I could see them putting out the false flag that they're saying, oh God, they have these biolabs, whatever, because chemical warfare inside of a city itself is extremely effective. You can drop one thing instead of decimating the entire town and crumbling it. This thing just spreads.
So that's the move you think is they're saying the U.S. is collaborating with Ukraine on Ukraine on chemical labs, and they're going to blame it on us.
Yes, it's
if
a
something
precursor.
gets released.
Is all it is. Yes. So the
It's
thing
false
is, they're like,
flag.
oh God, hey, look, we
Yeah,
just
yeah.
dropped a bomb on this United States biolab. I know there's a lot of people in the comments like, oh my God, Rob, I swear Tucker Carlson said biolabs are real. Yes, they might be real. We get it. They might be real. They might be working on something, but you guys don't realize chloroform or chloria, anthrax and all these other things, they actually come from like plants. Like a lot of them come from plants. Like they're not studying anything that hasn't been around for ages.
Yeah, this would be more like a Wuhan.
Like a Wuhan. Like
studying
they're not
viruses.
like a lot of people say, oh my God, they have these Wuhan viruses they're studying over there. Why would America put a biolab in a country that is so unstable? They've been fighting a war the last 10-ish years.
A chemical biolab.
A chemical lab.
Yeah.
Like they've been literally fighting a war for the last 8 years. Why would we put one there? Does that make any sense?
Definitely don't want it here.
Like they're not going to put it here.
No.
I don't know. When I hear that, I'm like, oh God, here we go.
Well, that's what it seems like. It seems like a setup. It's like Russia's doing the old setup move.
They shouldn't have,
It is this. We
Cut
can't
that
talk
one
about
out
it.
too.
Yeah.
Okay, saw a funny TikTok
What was it?
of this woman that was sitting inside of the tank, and she was teaching some of the Ukraine people how to start the tank, how to run it, how to maneuver it.
Yeah.
No way.
Oh yeah, that was like at the very beginning.
Yeah,
like
there's
day
just
2.
loose equipment.
Yeah, it was one of like day 2 or day 3 of the entire invasion. She literally hopped in one, gave people a class on how to start and maneuver one, so
Yeah.
they can actually move it.
Dang.
How expensive?
How
is
expensive?
the flight to Ukraine and then shipping a tank back to the U.S.? Because that would be pretty sweet to have one.
Legitimately, well, I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but no,
You think we can do it in $10,000?
no, because
No.
the flight to Poland right now is $8,000.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Well, that's
You just kind of, I know how much it is because I've been looking for me and him to go there.
you trying to go?
Yeah, I've been trying to go, but the problem is do I really want to cross that border right now?
You think we could
you
treasure
gotta-
hunt in Poland?
How long is that flight?
I'll give you my.
Like
I'll give
11
you
hours.
your own
11
helmet.
hours?
There you go, man.
Dude, you
can
got
have
wearing
it.
a mask for 11 hours, boy.
Dude, I've already been to France once. But thing is if you fly business, you can shut your door and they can't see you.
How was France?
That's how the cheat code.
France was amazing.
It looked cool.
I love it. I'm going back to France. I'm actually going to 2 countries this year. I'm going to Rome or Italy. I'm going to Rome and Belgium.
That's what you think.
Oh, I'm going. Unless I get snatched up by the Russian government for talking so
Yeah.
much.
There's a Russian.
Spit that shit, you mother.
Gosh.
Wow.
That's
Well,
it.
Wow. What this has been an interesting one here.
Yeah, man.
We've gone literally from testicles to
War?
World War III.
All in one podcast.
What do you think, man? You think if everybody got their testes trimmed that war wouldn't exist or what? How you feel? You
Yeah, you know, everyone asked me like,
Pretty
"Well,
angry,
how you
or-
feel, man?" You like, honestly, it does nothing to your mood,
To your levels?
to your levels.
You
It
were
does
always a
nothing.
calm guy anyway, so was it?
Yeah.
Because
I'm
they
okay.
only snip like the one little thing that goes through the.
Yeah,
Okay. And you can get unsnipped.
not the way I did it. No.
Wow.
No,
He
it is.
cauterized,
Yeah,
and
no,
turned.
you cut. Remember the smoke? It's cauterized, buried in 2 different directions. There's no way. It's like 10 million in one. The way they used to do it back in like the 80s and 90s, they just snip it and kind of, and so it come back together.
wow.
But not now. Anyway, GooganSwad.com. Check out all the latest merch. Spring drop is
Yeah,
upon
thanks.
us. It's here.
That was weird. Good podcast. I love you guys. I'm out.